Well, hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to my gardening show. Today I wanted to talk about compost and just show you what I'm doing, the process I'm putting into place to ensure that I've got a steady supply of this stuff through the growing season and subsequent years as well. So let's take a look. Here's my bin. For the last hour I've been working to clean it out. Most of the material in here was over a year old. The uppermost part wasn't, but anyway, the idea is I decided I was going to run this stuff through my chipper, and it did pretty well as long as I went kind of slow with it. I'll show you the finished product. This is the finished product. You know, nice, loose, it smells earthy, it's got a good crumb structure, you know, I can squeeze it, it comes together, it crumbles apart. It's pretty nice stuff. I can use this for a potting mix, you know, if I screened it a little bit. I could just take a couple of shovelfuls and put it in, you know, a burlap sack or a paint straining bag, you know, to make compost tea. I can use it as a mulch around my plants. There's lots of things I can do. So the idea then is that every spring I intend on trying to clean this bin out, you know, as compost is needed, you know, and process it. As you notice, I'm leaving some in here, and I really didn't have to leave this much in there, but the idea is that there's already tons of microbes in this stuff here, and that's going to help keep this thing going as I add to it. It's not going to get hot until I add some grass clippings, you know, and it increases in size, but by the end of the growing season, I already have this thing pretty full with yard waste, grass clippings, leaves this coming fall and whatnot. Over the winter, all that stuff will continue to break down as they're exposed to the elements, and then in the spring it should be in a position to run it through the shredder to get something similar to this. So that's the process. It's kind of what I'm doing. You may ask, well, why are you bothering running through a shredder? Well, you know, there's stuff like this that's in there, you know, buried in there, tough woody stems from like pepper plants, kale plants, brassicas, stuff like that. Anyway, the microbes, you know, they do what they can. They start attacking these things. The fungi and the bacteria start breaking down the organic matter in this bin, but they can only cover the surface area, you know, until they begin to penetrate it. So by running this stuff through the shredder, I'm exposing more surface area, or more of this material, to microbial action, essentially allowing the microbes to get, you know, not just work the outside of this stuff, but also the interior as well as it's exposed. So I create more surface area, more microbes. I begin processing it, it breaks down quicker. That, and I can screen out, you know, I can get to my finished compost faster, you know, because everything's smaller. It's easier to screen, you know, and I can just throw that material I screen out back into the bin to continue the process being broken down. Tool that I highly recommend if you've got a compost bin is this two-way hoe. This has been awesome as far as breaking this stuff apart. You know, I can either use the hoe to grab big chunks of it, you know, and pull material to me to shovel it into the shredder, or I can stab at it with the double prongs to pull it apart. But it's worked out real nice. So anyway, that's my compost bin. Basically a brief overview of the process, or what I'm going to be doing. You know, again, each season emptying this out in the spring, running it through the shredder, screening the material, you know, if needed, and then putting the stuff that's not processed, completely processed, back into the bin to continue the process of breaking down. Should work out pretty well. So anyway, feel free to post comments or questions or whatnot. Hopefully things are going well for you guys. I guess that's all for now. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.